Okay, so this is Dr. Angel Lin. She's a professor at the University of Hong Kong, and she's going to tell us today a little bit about what her program is about, and the studies she's doing with teachers in Hong Kong. So, Dr. Lin, please tell us a little bit about yourself and about your program.
I think to make a long story short, in 2010, the Hong Kong government's policy has relaxed a little bit, so more schools can have English as the medium of instruction. So a lot of teachers, they are science teachers, math teachers, liberal studies teachers, they need to teach in English. So we started a program in Master of Education in Language across the curriculum, basically to help teachers, to prepare teachers, content teachers and language teachers, English language teachers, to give them the basic applied linguistics preparation so that they have language awareness, academic language awareness in particular, to collaborate in order to scaffold their students, to provide language support to their students in content subject lessons.
Okay, if you have content subject teachers and they're learning how to incorporate or integrate language in their content area, what do the language teachers, what do they do? What is their role?
Exactly. Then they can also incorporate content, CBI, content-based instruction, incorporate some content into their language lessons. For example, they might do it through a thematic project, using thematic projects like healthy diets. So using this theme as an organizing principle, the English teacher can organize project work along this theme, around this theme, and then the content teacher, like a science teacher, can also have some content teacher related to food, nutrition, and so going in from content, going in from language, but the student can produce a cross-curricular project like a portfolio, like a poster, or like an information report. So a lot of language activities can go into it. They can go online, search for resources on nutrition, on food, and then they can produce a wide range of genres, like posters, a pamphlet, an information report, or even a drama on healthy diet.
Okay, and in your program, you have content teachers and language teachers coming in, and they interact and they do project work during the program.
Yes, during the program. For example, Heesun was in our program, and we send them into one another's classrooms. So Heesun was a full-time teacher. Then she needs to go into the full-time teacher's classroom to do observation. Maybe Heesun can tell a little bit what you did for the project.
You mean the Shatin, right?
Yes.
I went to...
No, the Shatin is an internship. I arranged her to do part-time teaching in a high school in Shatin. Yes.
So I went to a Chinese medium school, a secondary school, and took a part of LAC lessons there.
Although it's Chinese medium, they have extended learning activity classes, we call ELA classes, where they use English medium to teach some content in English.
So I helped some LAC lessons in integrated humanity class form to the grade 8. So we went there and we helped the learners to learn the content knowledge again that they have learned in Chinese before, and we reviewed the lessons in English so that they can confirm their knowledge in the content knowledge and the English language, English ability as well.
Right. So you're taking the same content they already know,
Yes.
or just learned
In Chinese.
in Chinese, and then you do the same types of activities using that language in English.
We chose the context.
Not the
no,
same
the
activities.
text.
Okay, good.
Same content.
The content, we chose the text and we translated it into English, and we try to teach the same content knowledge in English.
With language activities.
Right.
But I was referring to the other project, the assignment in bridging pedagogy. When you need to go into a full-time teacher's classroom, Gary's classroom.
I went to Karen's.
You went to Karen's
The
classroom.
primary lesson.
The Karen is an English teacher in primary school.
Right.
And what did you do with Karen?
The primary school also was a Chinese medium school, and we also taught, we gave some lessons about recycling. So in Hong Kong,
CBI.
people try to make some movement about the green eco-friendly project. So I don't remember the subject name, but we put some colors on the type of trash,
Right.
and we taught the color and the different material types.
That's primary school.
Uh-huh.
Grade level?
Primary was 3.
Primary 3, beginning learners.
Right. So using songs and some video clips, we catches their interest, and they learned how to make recycling the movement.
What was the reaction from the children when they were doing this in English? Were they excited? Were they like, oh?
They were very excited. Like, we chose some pieces of the photos, like paper or plastic, and they colored maybe, I don't remember the color exactly, but for example, plastic is like green, and maybe paper is for red. We put several materials in photos,
Right.
and they divided them, they categorized.
Right.
But the teaching objectives are to teach the color names and
Color names and the type of materials,
Yes.
and how to
Categorized.
categorize, classify them.
right.
Right. But using content-based instruction approach,
Right, right.
LAC approach.
And with English words, vocabulary.
Yeah, teaching English vocabulary.
Right.
So what does for your program, what is coming next? What do you just continue working with the content teachers and the language teachers, getting them to?
The most important aim of the program is to help content teachers to expand their identity so that they see themselves as a clear teacher, content and language integrated learning teacher. Because at the end of the day, it's the content teachers who would be doing a lot of the integration work. Because when students need the language to learn the content, it's just in time and just in need, and you cannot say, wait until the English lessons. Miss Chen in the English lesson will teach you all this vocab and all this grammar. Now let's focus on biology. It doesn't make sense, because without the language, the biology will be opaque to the students, and we might be just deluding ourselves, thinking, I just teach textbook and lecture to the students, and they will be learning the English. It won't happen. It won't happen automatically by osmosis.
So you've got to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yes, the
when it arrives.
contextualization.
Well, when you're trying to get the content teachers to be able to use the language, what is the biggest challenge for the program or for you?
Yes, a background in applied linguistics. So for language teachers, they all come with some background in applied linguistics. As TESOLers, you know, that's the basic preparation we need. For science, math, or social studies teachers, their background is in their own disciplinary training. And yet, because they are doing L2 teaching, they cannot just see themselves as a biology teacher or science teacher. They are L2 English science teachers, so to speak. So they need to acquire some basic linguistic awareness. So, like what I talked about today, they need to know the difference between everyday English and academic English. And they need to know some very basic linguistic terms. For example, how to turn a verb group into a noun group,
Right.
Which is very important in science text or in academic text. You could have a long noun group serving as like 10 words, serving as one grammatical subject. And so content teachers need to be able to help students to unpack these complex sentence structures in academic English.
Okay.
Yeah. And also help them to repack, because, okay, we can help students to comprehend difficult academic English, but we also need to help them to produce it, to write it. So most of the time we have helped students to unpack it. Okay, they comprehend it, they understand it, but they cannot write it. They cannot write it in a report. They cannot write it in formal academic English for their science reports, for their essays. Like in social studies, they need to write expository essays, arguing from different sides. So unpacking and repacking. So it's a long-term kind of investment for the content teachers. But I can see that there's a great demand for teachers, clear teachers, there's content teachers who can support students' academic language learning.
Right.
They are in great demand. So our aim of the program is to help to prepare these teachers, give them confidence and give them the basic linguistic knowledge and awareness and some basic skills and task design principles, so that they can integrate language teaching, language learning into their content learning, content teaching.
Okay. Well, Heesun, you finished the program in Hong Kong, and now you're back here in Korea, and you're teaching. Is that right, or you're still studying?
I am trying to teach. I'm preparing for my lessons, but it didn't start yet.
Heesun just started a very small private school,
Okay.
language tutoring school.
Do you think the concept of KLIL, do you think it would work in the Korean education environment?
I think for primary learners it will work, but for secondary students I'm not sure, because most secondary learners study English for their university entrance exam. So unless the exam change, we may not be able to adapt the KLIL
Yes,
in the secondary school.
because I heard that the exams just test you on grammar.
Yes.
No productive skills is needed.
And no text, no writing about different genres. You don't need to produce an information report, an expository essay.
No, I think the testing is a whole other animal. We won't even go there.
Yeah.
But you think the KLIL is applicable at the elementary school level?
Sure, because they don't take tests.
Right. Like,
Not yet.
Okay.
So they can be exposed to a lot of different text types,
I think
genres.
so. Yes. Many Korean parents already bought a lot of serious books already.
Serious information books.
Okay. Well, let's. Why don't we wrap it up here, Dr. Lin? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For coming to the conference and for having this time with us today. And Heesun, thank you very much for sharing your experience in Hong Kong and also what you might be doing here in Korea.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. See you next time. Thank you.